everybody, this is Pam at the Paper Outpost. I am very happy to present to you my latest junk journal. She is a big chunky monkey and she has just been completed, and I will go through her with you. I will give you a little tour of what she has inside, and she has lots of goodies and just her basic specs. She will be available in my Etsy shop as of the posting of this video, but let me go ahead and give you her specs. She is 8 inches long by 5.5 inches wide. She has a 1.5 inch width spine, exposed spine, and she has 4 signatures, and she has 192 pages, not including all of the added ephemera. Now, she also has a removable giant spine dangle, spined cluster spine jewelry, and it has some fun little beadly bobs on it. She is accented with gold, and this is, if you can recognize her, she is the Torn Bedsheet Journal. Let me give you a little closer look. So she has been covered with torn bed sheets. They were all white, and then they were colored, and this is also made from torn bed sheets, but it's very fluff and very flush, and full. And it also has some beautiful old buttons, some gourd pins with little extra beads, and all sorts of little secret buttons and finds on here. This is easily removable with the bulldog clip. Okay, that comes off for your viewing ease. And then she has a removable sash made of sari silk, blue sari silk with a gold rickrack mixed in. I'm just going to slip this off, it's easier. It's not attached, so it's just to bound this little baby who is very big. And this is what her side view looks like. Let me just measure her gator mouth. I just give her a little squash. I would say she's a good 6.5 inch gator mouth, so she's very full. And she will rest. Let me see. She has a little bunny tail. She has a little bunny tail, and it's made of very interesting, and some are very old buttons. Some are military buttons. Some are old Victorian buttons. Some are brass. These are like a little glass Victorian button, and some military buttons. Very cool. And that sits out like a little bunny tail on the side. And those are attached to the individual signature tails of the threads in the middle of each signature. And let's take a look at her on the inside. Let's take a little gander. It's my little book stand. It just helps me show the book for you. I have gone ahead and decorated her with these beautiful butterflies. These are from one of my DigiKits. And she has a metal book plate with the word journal on the front. And she also is adorned with some gold metal corner protectors, as well as some gold stickles, all spaced throughout with some other stickles as well. I went, a little stickle crazy there. But I've gone ahead and colored and aged the front a little bit. She has a beautiful cloth muslin spine cover with some gold and white thread to hold the signatures together. And her back has a pretty little flower on it, along with a beautiful pastel colors on here. And there are blues and teals and pinks and a little bit of brown to accent the back. There you go. And let's take a peek inside, see what she has. What do you have to show for yourself? She has a little pocket right here, and this pocket, I always put the, this is a note, a little about this journal, a note from the bookmaker. And if you sign up for my newsletter, you will get you get a Word doc and a PDF doc at the bottom in the freebie section. You can print and download this for yourself, but this explains what a junk journal is and how to use it. And you can also change some of the wording or the font, whatever you like. I stamp mine and sign it at the bottom. Just kind of give some people ideas. And if you remember, we made some fun paper clips together, and I think I've used every paper clip that I made in this book because I just had so much fun making these. I thought it was fun to add them to the book. So a lot of the ephemera in here is removable, so you can take it out of the book and make it more of a writing journal. But I just wanted to load it up because I have so much fun doing that, and get some old papers into your hands so you can explore and have some fun and then do what you like with the journal. Okay, in the front here we have, I believe this is from State Normal Los Angeles, California school, normal school. That was a common word back when, maybe they still use it, I don't know, but Orpha Clinker went to normal school. There you go. What more can I say? Teachers, please come forward and explain what that means. You say it better than I do. Okay, I think it was just a word for regular school. I'm not sure. But it is interesting, the history on these things. And I loved her name, Orpha. I'm almost wondering if that, I know Oprah said that her name got mixed up and it truly wasn't Oprah, and it might have been Orpha. That could have been her original name. Somebody jump in there. I'm sure somebody knows. This beautiful picture, this might be her book and her collection. She has many amazing things. And so she is in the beginning of this lovely little book. Okay. So then we go and, oh, look at this is a surprise envelope. We have a surprise envelope here. Do, 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 do. What's on the back, Pam? Oh, I made a little pocket on the back of this surprise envelope, and it is full of all sorts of fun little things. And, oh, this is cute. I love these. Came across these really old bird and butterfly matchbook covers, and I just fell in love with them. And, you know, had to have them, potato chips, and I love to tuck them in my journals because they're just, I don't know, they're fun. This is from a DigiKit on some cheesecloth, and this is trimmed in a little bit of fabric that has been coffee dyed, a little junk journal DigiKit, and then we have this old, this is cute, I think I may have shown this to you at one point, but I love this little thing. It does this. Isn't that the cutest thing ever? That is so cute, isn't it? A wish that's true, I wish for you. I think I have shown that when we were making this, probably. That's when. Yeah, that would be a good time. A little vocabulary card and all sorts of fun things from olden days. An old letter, writing paper, some old book pages, you name it. All sorts of fun things have been tucked in here for the owner's surprise. And here is one of the paper clips that we made. This is a long paper clip, and it holds on this beautiful little letter here. And this picture, this is one of my, it's called Butterfly Oasis signature pages. If you're looking for that, I recommend printing them out on regular copy paper because you can use them right in your junk journals. I generally print them on both sides. It's easier to use that way. Here is some coffee dyed paper with this fun little guy, and we'll just take a cruise on through. I think we talked about this already in some of my previous videos. This is an old 1862 Treasurer of Adams County, some type of receipt from way back when. Very neat to really get into those and read those old papers. Just so much fun. An old music paper. Oh, this is cool. This is one of those paper clips. And they are so fun to hold things. I've been telling you, I have so much fun using them. I highly recommend making them. This is a real ticket from Hill Row, Saturday evening, September 3rd. Okay, it's coming up. We have not missed it. We can still go. Okay, maybe it was in 1910. But, you know, maybe they're having one this year. This was the first. Now it's probably the 101st by now or more. Kind of fun, right? It was only 25 cents too. That was a pretty good deal. And here's an interesting picture from way back when. These guys gathered around something. I'm not quite sure what the something is. Maybe it's a, I don't know. I see wheels. Oh, it's a small car. I think it's a small car. And if you look in the back, you can see the age of the old cars. So this was probably the 40s, 30s, 40s time period. Don't know. Okay. Here's an old medical prescription. Those are kind of fun to peruse and look at. And here's a stenciled page. Here's another one of those paper clips. And here is an old Victorian trade card. This is just the cutest little boo ever, isn't she? She's just sweet as pea. And sweet as pea, what is that? I don't know. Okay, here we go. We're going through a little label sticker. I just got those in recently. I like those a lot. They're fun to play with. Here's another little paper clip. I was just going paperclip crazy here, having lots of fun with it. What's that? Does it go around both sides? No, I don't know what it is. Now I need to know. It's a letter. It's a handwritten letter from 1940, and I'll let the person read that who receives this lovely journal. But there's always interesting stories in every letter. Here's the corset double-sided side tuck combo. Yay. Very easy to do. Did a video on that. Here's just a large journal card on the inside, tucked in for fun with mushrooms. And here, this is, believe it or not, a paper clip. That's right, this comes right off. It's a paper clip housing some beautiful Edith Holden paper and some vellum here. And this is an old lottery ticket from Thailand, some beautiful butterflies on this dyed paper. Here's a nice little piece of, they bound trim on this. Isn't that pretty? That's so cute, so nostalgic. From way back when sometime. Here's an old recipe, peanut butter burst cookies. You can't go wrong with those. I'll take a dozen, please. Here's an old page from a Whittier poem book. And a page for, or a little card from a library card catalog. Very fun. Oh, get back in there, Laystrom. Yes, there are places to write. This is a real, it was a lavender rose, and I think it still picked up it kept some of the good lavender color when I dried it. Yeah, I used the microfleur to dry that, and I just love using that because you can dry your flowers instantly and then use them. There's no downtime. And they retain their color much longer than they would on their own if you air dry them. This is a regular envelope run through an embosser, which I think just gives it the coolest feel. I think there's something in there too. Yes, there is. I can feel it. And here's some Braille. If you've never felt Braille paper, very interesting to feel. I'm absolutely enthralled and amazed at how they read letters like that, because I have no idea what that is. That's some real talent. Okay, so here's a little tuck. Okay, very cute. Made out of a little poem. Here is a lovely cloth fabric flip up, working like a curtain, comes up, and then underneath it reveals a little tearaway petticoat notebook. You can write on these pages. Here's an ex libris page from the front of a book, Helen B. Reaver. There you go. You can tear pieces off and put it elsewhere in your journal, or you can just write on these pages and keep it right as is. Totally your choice. And here's the center. And this is a beautiful picture that I came across. And this is where you'll see these buttons that are tied to the bottom as little anchor weights. And you can also flip them to the top if you want to make a mark on this page. More beautiful digikits. And this is some pineapple paper. Just thought that was fun. You just never know what you come across. This is a butterfly. I can see that. It's a butterfly punched out. Somebody gave that to me. Thank you very much. I thought that was beautiful. And I did use it. And here is some beautiful gold leafing. I think I have that. There's a link for this in my Amazon shop. That's very useful. You'll find that it's nice and flat and thin, and it's very easy to use in junk journals. I think it comes in green and white and other colors as well. Here's another one of those fun little paper clips. See, it comes right off. And, this, okay, let's just have it come right off. That opens. And this is a little fold-in. Yeah, just kind of a different way to put things together. So you have a lot of different ways. This was a pretty book page that I found that I just thought I would like to use in here. And just a little fun thing there. Here's a vocabulary card used as a tuck for a book page. A nice poem called The Fallen Star. Some layering, and there is a petal glued on there. I do like to use a lot of nature in my books. And I just feel like they give beautiful texture and that grounding of nature present. This is another very tall paper clip, and here is you're kind of far away. Let me bring you a little closer. This is a page from a mathematical book, very interesting. That's too close. Okay, I think this was probably right where I was. Okay, so lots of mathematical formulas on there. You can have hours of fun. Now, some people ask, how can you tear apart old books, especially math books or knowledge books? Well, sometimes I feel that freeing the pages or putting one page into somebody's hand can maybe spread the word better than a book sitting on a dusty shelf that's never read, or that might be destroyed or shredded at a bookstore. This is a pretty avocado color dyed page, and here's a beautiful envelope stuffed with something. Here's one of those paper clips. They come in so handy, I'm telling you, so handy. And here's, this is from I don't know, it's either 73, maybe probably 1873, I would say, a letter, a handwritten letter from John something. Yep, there we go. And this is a little upper pocket. That's right. So you can do your pockets any which way. You're never constrained. There's a little cluster in the corner. And here's a little L-shaped tuck, so you can accommodate things easily, in and out wide things. Very easy to use the tucks. And here's some identification. The International Association Legions of Honor, Addis Dorsey. Got that in 1999. Way to go, Addis. Let's hear it for Addis, everybody. This is a beautiful picture from a newspaper ad. I just thought it was lovely, and she had to be in here. There's an old receipt back here. This is another one of those paper clips. Yeah, very fun. Another one of the paper clips. Here's an old commencement from the class of 1932. Pennsylvania State Educational Building Forum. There you go. And here's a double corner tuck housing a beautiful journal card. Very nice. This is fun if you've never done this before. If you have any of those old little snaps, you can pop them right through the paper, and they're kind of a fun thing to either use as a page turner or just adornment for a page edge. I've put a whole bunch down sides before just to give it a little something. Very cute, very adorable. Yeah, very fun and easy to do. You may have some of those sitting around in your old sewing box. Take a peek, you never know. Shopping at home is always the best. Here's another beautiful old envelope from 1918. Another, yes, you guessed it, it's one of those fancy but very easy to make paper clips. Very fun. Oh, here is our newspaper ad page. Very fun, all sorts of fun things. A little bit of handwriting, dyed paper. Here's an old Victorian die cut in the corner. More stenciling. Putting in a die cut. This is a paper die cut. Somebody gave me that. Thank you very much. Oh, here's our pop out. Da 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 da. Let me wave my butterfly at you. See, it works like that. And I put some words in the center, so there would be something there too, and just decorated the edges a little bit. That was very fun. There's so many things you can do with pop-ups. We'll do more pop-up stuff. Here's more fun things and envelopes. And are you glued in there? Tell me you're not glued. Okay, we're good. I was trying to be so good, not gluing everything in. All sorts of fun things are tucked into here, so we'll let that be a surprise. Here's another fabric flip, and this has a pretty embroidery embellishment on it with a pink trim and some words. There we go, and it flips up. And this is an old picture from the 1800s. It was very thin, very fragile. So I thought the best way to use it is to actually mount it onto a page to give it strength. And that way it can be enjoyed for centuries to come. Or we hope. Yes. The magnificent, I mean, just the works of art that they used to do back then, you know, it's just amazing. I'm drawing a bird right now. It looks nothing like this. Oh my gosh, I should show you the comparison. It's like, oh yeah, good bird, not so good bird. Okay, here we go. A beautiful old book. Here's another stamp out. Here's a page from an Edith Holden book. We all love and adore our Edith. Beautiful stenciling, isn't that pretty? You can do a lot with stenciling. We're looking like we're coming up on a regular paper clip. Look at that. Here's a letter from probably some type of a receipt from 1848. And some other fun things tucked back in there. Here's a little poem turned into a corner tuck with also fun things, old receipts and old hand signs. I think these are, this was part of signing, how to sign, hand sign language. Found a book with that in it. I thought it was interesting. And that's another thing I think is interesting to get into people's hands. So they can look at it, experience it, wonder about it, and maybe grow from it. I think it's you never know where that can lead in somebody's life. A little paper ribbon trim, some around the world stenciling. How fun was that? Here's one of just a pretty a matchbook cover. And guess what? This is one of those fun paper clips, and it is holding the deed power of sale in here. So it's a bigger document, and these are great to hold bigger documents or something that's bulky because they're very strong and very firm, and you're good to go. You don't have to, you can sleep at night, you know what I mean? These were fun. These are the, these are just, I punched out circles, cut them in half, and then made these two little whoop-de-doos, glued them down in L-shaped form, and you've got beautiful opposing corner tucks with a pretty writing paper put inside. And there's some gold on that, just the gold stamping is really pretty. If you have a gold ink pad, oh, I found my gold ink pad. I'm so excited. Okay, let me show it to you. I didn't accidentally throw it out. Here it is. This guy. Okay, and I think I originally bought these in Tuesday morning, but now I found them online, so I just bought them online. But there you go. Okay, but gold ink is very pretty to use. Here's another handwritten letter, 1977, a little newer. And it's kind of nice to contrast the older and the newer letters. When you have them in your hand, you look at the writing, you look at the style, you look what they're talking about. Some things are very similar, some things are very different. It's interesting. This is the famous Ward's Stilson automatic harp. Oh, this was an advertisement, and I tucked it into, these are little mini side tucks, but I put some extra clips on there just to keep it in the place. But this is just a really cool piece. It was only $85 for that harp, and I think that was a really good deal. So if you're in the market for a harp, you call the famous Ward Stilson automatic harp people, because hopefully they're still around. Okay. Just flying through. This is this is real eco printed paper. What's the other word I use? Eco printed and eco something. Eco dyed. No, I'm sorry. This is eco dyed. So this is where I took the paper, I laid the plants down with the wood and all that kind of stuff, put the different things in, wrapped it with the wire, boiled it, left it, let it sit, do all that stuff, take it out, let it air dry, and then you get these beautiful impressions of leaves and things like that that are just gorgeous. And I haven't done that in a while. I really need to do that again because that was so much fun. That's kind of the thing where you want to set it all up and you just mass make a bunch of it, because it's not the thing you want to do. It's kind of like avocado dyeing. You want to mass make the stuff. Yeah, because once you pull all the stuff out, you just want to use it and then be able to put everything away. That's much easier, yes. And that's, yes, one of those little paper clips holding that in. So handy, so handy. Another, no, I lied. This is not a paper clip. This is just a large page tab. Just decorated digikits there. You can use any pictures. I just put some music paper here. This is from a piano roll, piano player roll, and just to randomly put on here a little torn, probably from a newspaper. That looks like it's from a newspaper. And this is a giant paper clip. Yes, it's a double Dewey. It is, and it is holding some beautiful receipts. This is that gilded page that we made. Here's some S&H green stamps, and here's a little crochet little flower. I thought that was so sweet. Here's a card. Here's an old vintage card. They used to really make beautiful cards way back when, you know. And you remember when you got a card? I mean, the card would, I mean, you had all this space. A lot of people would write in all this area as well. And this is Love Dottie. I think that says Dottie. Everybody had a Dottie back then, you know. I think there were lots of Dotties. I think that's short for Dorothy, but yeah, I think it was a very popular name way back when. You know, you think Wizard of Oz, there was Dorothy. I'm sure there are other Dorothys. I had an Aunt Dorothy, and there was an Aunt Dot. You know, remember Dot, Aunt Dot? There was always an Aunt Dot. Here's a little poem, just put on a piece of paper and tucked into, guess what? It's a paper clip. I know, they're so handy. So you can really turn those into so many things. This is completely a side tuck, just made out of semicircles, and I just put a few fun things in here. What is in others? I've tucked in things into the back of this one. I was going crazy with the little semicircles apparently, and had a lot of fun doing that. So there you go. You can do a lot of things. This, guess what, is a paper clip. So that will come off completely. Very easy to operate. And then a nice letter in there from 1958. A layer of butterflies trimming this. The page was a little wide. I folded it in. Instead of removing it, I used it. So that's a way to incorporate what you're making, or what you're working on. You don't always have to take away. Sometimes you can just use what you have and incorporate it into something functional or pretty. Here's a pretty envelope from 1943 with some fun things in there. And here we are in the, what are we, in the third signature now. And here's the little babooble that's hanging from that, a nice little brass button. And here's a recipe for New England clam chowder from the Wayside Inn. Very nice. It's a little dried flower in the corner. And here's this must have been a sticker of some sort. Does anybody recognize what this is? Is that Italian or Spanish or Portuguese? I'm not sure, but somebody will know, and they will enlighten us. I love learning about these things. I learn more from you guys, let me tell you. These are two pockets this way, tucked full of fun little things. Here's a little thing about the eucalyptus flower, plant, not flower. Here's a Victorian little advertisement for Dr. Thomas's eclectic oil. I think we talked about that, I remember. And here's an old ticket. And guess what? We have another fabric flip. And here we go. Oh, this one, I put a pocket on the front of it. Yes, you can do that. Yep, it's okay. And then some fun things under here. So a lot of different things that you can do with fabric flips. They can flip up. They can flip to the side. They can even flip down if you want. Yeah, there's no rules. No rules. Just a little gourd pin with a little key hanging from it. Here is this is glued here, and then these are glued together to make it a diagonal belly band, or a double across the belly side tuck combo. There you go. Triple Lutz that. I don't know exactly what to call these things anymore. Just some ribbon glued down the side of the page, and I put a brad in here. And I put a stamp on there just to hide the feet of the brad, just for fun. It didn't need to be hidden, but I just thought, I don't know. Here's a paper clip, contrasting with this very beautiful, very old ledger from 1853. So there's a nice piece of old ledger in here. Beautiful piece. And here's, guess what? Another paper clip. And this is a pocket, and there are very fun things in here. And there's a cute little, I just thought this, Miss Victoria Vanderbilt. Was there a famous Victoria Vanderbilt? If there was, I've got her envelope. Yes. Or actually, somebody else now will have her envelope. So just fun things, some old, like interesting ephemera things I tucked in here, things that I found along the way, curiosities, oddities, all sorts of fun things. Little clusters, a corner tuck full of an old receipt. Very nice. Oop. Let me go back in there, little stinker. Okay, I'll put you back in later. All right, I will. He'll go back in. Okay. And what is this now? We have just a cluster of, this is a beautiful page from a butterfly field guide. It was just so pretty, I didn't want to cut it up. An old receipt, and then some embossed paper. Just very fun to have. And this is this has little phrases of poems or a play. This is a pocket cluster collection of so many things. What is in here? This is a photograph. All sorts of fun little things. This is an old cigarette card. And you know, when you combine cigarettes with beautiful birds, I mean, it actually makes them look beautiful. Yeah, I know. And next thing you know, you're buying the cigarettes just to get the cards. And here's a rose card. So just fun things you can put in here. You just never know what you're going to do. Here's another pretty flip-up page with a safety pin anchor that has been beaded. Flip up, it has this beautiful butterfly on the back. The word journey colored. Okay. Oh, and here, we have another pop-up. And this is a tri-butterfly rose pop-up. Same concept, looking a little bit different. Works a little bit different. This has a bigger piece on it. So these are very fun if you're making books to toss in a pop-up every once in a while. Pop-ups are easy, they're fun, and they surprise the person that's going through. They weren't expecting that pop-up. Maybe they remember the pop-up from way back when. Some pretty stenciling here, and here's a pretty page made out of a glassine bag that was coffee dyed and then turned into this cute little shirt looking thing, and it turns into a little side tuck. So there's a lovely piece of very, very old paper in here, tucked in there, and there's also a pocket here, and this houses a little journal card. Very fun, very fun. Did you get some very old writing? Somebody was learning how to write, some identification, and just a lot of fun things. Some coloring paper to color on, beautiful flowers, another little Victorian die cut. Just lots of fun. Another big pocket to stuff many fun things in. I think this is an envelope stuffed with many exciting things. And we are in now the center of the last signature, and it has this little military button on it. Yeah, military buttons are fun to collect. Very fun. Another paper clip, yes, from this check, holding a check from 1896. There's a cool one. Let's see, what's it? Dry Goods and Carpet Company. Okay, so they had to, get the carpets going, get the dry goods. Let's see how much they spent. Let's see. All right. $2.24. I wonder what they bought. Linen Scruggs Dry Goods and Carpet Company. Maybe that's how much a carpet was back then in 1896. I don't know. I was not in the market back then, but I'm sure there are more expensive today. And with all the, inflation and gas and shipping and all that today, definitely more expensive today. Some pretty hand-dyed paper with some stenciling, around the world stenciling. And here is a receipt from 1887 or 89, not sure. And then we have, guess what? Another paper clip holding more goodies. I know, little surprises to be had. There they are. Here's an old Scantron sheet, probably from the 70s or 80s from the computer. Little torn flip, little double pockets here, tucked in with goodies, and little stamping going on. Little corner pocket. Oh, this is a really pretty little envelope. Sometimes you come across a really pretty little envelope. See, it has the embossing on it from way back when. And what does that say? Something Kelly, Vera Kelly. Amesbury, Mass. There you go. Anybody have any family there? Vera, Kelly, step forward. Show yourselves. Okay, there we go. This is a little paper clip that has been decorated in a completely different way. This is the long dangle paper clip from the side approach, and this contains a little booklet, and this is an old comic from an old newspaper, and there it has been signed and dated on the back, and there are some fun things attached to the very back cover as well. And then we have some Russian bus tickets and some fun things put in a very back pocket for you. So there you go. This little lovely, I think I will call her, Heaven's Bliss. Yes, there we go. This will be Heaven's Bliss, and she will be available as of the posting of this video. So come on over, check out my Etsy shop. Maybe I'll pop some other things in there. You just never know. So I hope you're having a wonderful day. Sunshine, do you have anything to say?
I do. I have something to say.
What is it? What is it, son?
Okay, get me over there, Mom. Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming, everybody. Hold on. I'm combing my hair. Yeah, I'm brushing my teeth. And I'm here. Look at, hello everybody, it's Sunshine. Oh, I had a most wonderful day today. Yes, we went for a walk, and my mother had bacon and did not share. She did not share, not a scrap. I said, Mama, why? Why no bacon?
And I said, because I thought you had an upset tummy the other night, and I think it was Mother's fault.
No, it wasn't your fault, Mom. It wasn't your fault, I swear. It's okay to eat.
No, honey, we have to make sure that you eat healthy things, like your kibble.
Okay. All right. I'm going back to bed. Goodbye, everybody. Happy crafting. Flap, flap.
Okay. All right. We'll talk about the bacon. We'll see. I don't know. We don't want problems. Okay. So there you go, folks. Have a lot of fun. I hope your day is dandy, and I'll be talking to you soon. Thank you so much for taking the time to take a peek at this little journal, and this journey, and we'll be back. Take care. Bye-bye.